A complete 180 from the weekend. Over the weekend, he was threatening a 48-hour deadline or obliterating Iran's power plant. And now we're hearing a very upbeat Trump on Monday, and not just upbeat, the types of phrases we've heard from them, that there are really good discussions that are being had with the Iranians behind the scenes, that they mean business, they want peace. Of course, we've also heard from the Iranians saying there's no such talks going on. But there are reports that there are countries in between, Pakistan, Egypt, many others, who are relaying messages between the U.S. and Iran. And it does feel like there's a bit more push for diplomatic activity over the weekend. And it's something that, regardless of whether Trump is trying to buy time, as the Iranians suggest, or not, he really does need to find a way to wind up this war. The problem we've had from the beginning is we don't actually know what the U.S. objectives are. We don't actually know what the end point is. Washington has said that it wants to eradicate Iran's nuclear capabilities and destroy its ballistic capabilities. And according to Trump and the Pentagon, they've gone quite far in achieving their military targets. But then we keep seeing, of course, those ongoing strikes and drone attacks from Iran on the ground. But regardless of all of that, Trump needs to get out of this as soon as he can. And the reason for that, as we've been talking about, oil prices have been up. Gas prices in the U.S. since the war began are up 20 to more than 30% in some parts of the country. And regardless of whether people are for the war, against the war, even know what's going on in Iran, one thing people are aware of in the U.S. are gas prices. People have been posting on social media since the war began how high the prices have got. And this is not something Trump wants to see. He knows that's bad for him in terms of public opinion. And in terms of public opinion, we've seen multiple polls in which the majority of Americans say that they are against these strikes in Iran. However, amongst Republicans and amongst his MAGA base, he does have a bit more support in terms of these strikes, but that will be limited because if there are any more American lives lost, that will shift. And also, if the prices of oil keep going up, the prices of gas at the petrol pump keeps going up, that public opinion will shift again. So he knows there is a limited time on this, and so he really does need to find a way out.